Do my makeup, bathe in my perfume. Quick shower won't take too long. I'll be done, just sing this song.
Sometime around the end of my senior year of high school, me and my friends decided we were going to go get our nails done. We went to a nail salon that we had been to several times before, and after they had finished our nails, they sent us over to the drying station at the back of the nail salon. When we sat down, I noticed that there was a box sitting on top of the drying station and little papers next to it. I asked the nail tech what it was for, and he said it was a raffle to win a free at-home facial for me and 5 friends, plus a chance to win an entire kit of makeup. After picking up and reading one of the forms, I realized that it was for a makeup company that I had bought and used things from before. So my friend and I decided to enter. About a week later, I ended up getting a text message from the lady who started the raffle saying that I had won. She said she wouldn't be able to do the facials unless I had a group of 5 or more people that were willing to participate, and that she would be coming to my house and we would do it in my home. I knew lots of people in my town that worked for and with this company, so I went ahead and set up the appointment. Go to part 2. After the lady had contacted me saying that I had won the facials, we went ahead and set up an appointment. When she came to my house, she set up all of her things, and then she had everyone there fill out a short survey about their skin type and the types of problems they had with their skin. Then she decided what type of facial we would all be receiving, and we pretty much all got a different one. Because I had won the raffle, she told me that I would get to keep all of the skincare products she used on me and pick out 3 free makeup products. Everything went well until the next morning. When I woke up, my face was extremely dry and I noticed my skin starting to look a little flaky. I tried to keep moisturizer on my face as much as possible, but over the next week, it just kept getting worse. I contacted the lady and she assured me that she had never seen anything like that happen and it must have been a reaction to something else, but it certainly wasn't her products. However, my skin continued to peel, and what started as just a small patch around my nose was now over my entire face. I ended up actually having to go to the doctor's office, and they told me that I was 100% allergic to whatever is in that facial.
Story of the time I got caught bullying someone. So when I was little, me and all my neighbors would hang out on our street. My one neighbor that I saw the most was awful, to say the least. And everybody on my street called her the boss because she made everybody do exactly what she wanted at all times. And she definitely bullied all of us into being her little minions that did everything she said. So another one of my neighbors, who was a boy, who was a decent amount of years older than me, came outside to play with us, which was kind of unusual just because he was so much older than us. And Miss Bossy Pants did not like that he was going to play with us. So she had instructed me, which sounds very weird because we were young, but that's the only word that I know how to use because that's what she always did, to tell him that nobody wanted to play with him and that he should go back home. And of course, his mom was standing right behind me. I vividly remember her screaming at me and I cried and went home. Then the girl neighbor was like, "Why would you say that?"
When I first started doing makeup, I was still in high school. That means that I did a lot of homecoming and prom makeup. At the very beginning, I would only do makeup for people that I knew personally or that were close friends. But after the second year of me doing makeup, I started having people that I had never even met before reach out and ask me to do their makeup. I guess it's also important to note here that I went to a pretty big high school and my graduating class was almost 500 people. But anyways, I got a DM on Instagram from this girl asking me if I could do her homecoming makeup. We had mutual friends, so she wasn't completely a stranger, but I had never met her before. Before the day of homecoming rolled around, I reached out to her and let her know that I would be charging $20 and she could pay in cash or through Venmo. She agreed to pay the $20 and then sent me pictures of the makeup look she wanted. Flash forward to the day of homecoming, I had about 6 people I was doing makeup for and people were coming in and out of my house like crazy. When this girl showed up for her appointment, I noticed that she didn't have her wallet or anything with her in her hand, but at this point in me doing makeup, I hadn't figured out how to ask for payment politely beforehand. Even though at the beginning I was already skeptical, I went ahead and did her makeup anyway. When I finished doing her makeup, she stood up and was like, "Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna go now. I'm sure you have other people to get to. Bye." And before I could stop her, she was already out the door. Every other person I had done makeup for that day had already paid me, so I wasn't super worried about getting paid right away. But then I saw her the next Monday at school and I asked her if she realized that she hadn't paid me for her makeup on Saturday. She acted like she had no idea what I was talking about, but said if I still wanted her to pay me, just to text her after school. I texted her and sent her my Venmo code, but she never paid me. I decided just to let it go because this had never happened before. Later that school year, prom came around and I started having people ask me to do their makeup for that. And what do you know, she DMs me. I told her this time the price would be $30 and I would still be accepting cash or Venmo, but to please have the payment ready before I started her makeup. When she came to my house on the day of prom to get her makeup done, she did not have her payment ready. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. and I told her if she couldn't pay, I couldn't do her makeup.